you well. Yeah, I do you well. I do you well.
Good morning, laborers, and good morning to all of the comebacks watching from the Far You page. Welcome to another episode of Political Hard Talk. I am your host, none other than the greatest Laborite alive, and now the voice of the Westmoreland people. Don't left the party out. Good morning, my people. Good morning.
Elect somebody into office, high office, as in Prime Minister or MP, are appointed to ministry and all that stuff. These are some serious positions that have serious implication on how we live as a country, right? Now, everybody must know this guy with him, Relief Plus Boss. He was into construction and thing. And I know him as a PNP, right? I listened to him, I watch him over the years. He's a supporter, or was a supporter of the PNP. And I listened to a video presentation of him this morning. And he speaks exactly to what Kizzy said. This is not a joke. When you make a decision, you must know why you're making this decision. And he is asking a simple question. The guy is saying, look, I am not here to talk about general politics throughout Jamaica. I am speaking specifically about St. Thomas. Yeah? Him say, come here. Don't want to talk to me about St. Thomas. Him say, me fly out for a little while. He was in one of those islands doing work, construction work for quite some time now. And he came back. Him say, when they pick him up at the airport and then go home, he have to hurry up, drop him bag, and come back out the road. Because when him see a happen out there, he must ask a simple question. Him say, Mark Golding. Him call him boss. Because as I said to you, it appears based on my reading of him prior that he's a PNP. But when the man start to ask the simple question, what policy does the PNP have for St. Thomas that can outdo what the JLP is doing and has done so far? Simple question. He said, come, just tell me. Tell me what is it that you can do that will outdone what the JLP has done so far and what they are doing. And the man start to name the road when him leave airport going into St. Thomas. Him name the urban center. Him say him couldn't even fathom that sort of structure could have gone there. Yeah? Him talk about the bus, the transportation system. Him said the joy and the people feels when, and him a father of 3 kids. I would love if somebody could play that video of that guy at some point and have a discussion around it, because it's very important coming from somebody who I know have had nothing but bad things to say in the past about JLP and Lord and welcome the idea of the PNP. But to hear him highlight that this morning, it tells me that a lot of times when you hear people out there bashing the JLP and carrying on, the reality sometimes sits in, and good always conquer evil. Good work will always prevail.
Well, Trapper, let us hope. Let us hope. Because what really happened, there's no question that the JLP perform. JLP perform every time. From its inception, it has been a performing party. When it forms government, it's a performing government. There's no question that this government is doing more than any other government. Because let me tell you something. He's an old soldier, and me witness some of Shira works. But Shira only worked for 5 years. A one term Shira did get, and Shira did well, and economy grew well. Andrew has been around now. Well, the party, the government has been around for 8 years now, and they have outperformed Shira. So this government is the best performing government in the history of Jamaica. But there's no guarantee that performance will win the day. That's the sad thing about politics the world over. Before we get into that, I want to come back to the thing here. We were talking about the mute presented by DUJON. And I want to speak about the problem when money is not spent. When you have MP sit down on the money and you not spend, it is part of the sabotage process. Because economic studies the world over, has shown that government spending has a multiplier effect of 1.5% or more, right? So when the government spend money, if the government spend 100 million, it's not just 100 million go through the economy. It's like 150 million go through the economy. That's what the multiplier means. And when you have 14 people sit down and contribute to pull in the thing, that is part of the problem. That is one of the reasons why the growth is so tardy, right? Because you have some man who just catch and watch, sit down not doing nothing. And this is what I was advocating, that the money allocated to them should be used within a certain time or be spent by like the National Work Agency or some other body. Those funds, the MP should lose power over those funds. The MP should not then be able to direct how those funds are spent. If you don't move on the money and spend it to alleviate the suffering of the people in your community, within 6 months of the budget presentation, then those funds should be spent by a public body. The National Work Agency could be a big part of that, where they would commandeer a chunk of the money and take it fixed road. Even against the MP, because that is part of the problem. That's why we're not growing. Government spending is the biggest driver for economic growth. The biggest driver, because when government spend money, the money is spent. And that is why studies have shown that even tax cut, the multiplier of tax cut is less than 1. It is about 0.9. So when you cut tax and because the tax cut put 100 million in the economy, you might have just 90 million being spent in the economy. Because when people get them tax cut, nobody can force them to spend it. Or they might move the money out of the country and go invest in some other country somewhere. That is why government spending is the driver. Government spending, the multiplier government spending is powerful. And when you have MPs sit down and not spending the money, they are part of the problem.
Hold on, MP caretaker. Let me just hear from Julia briefly, because she's been on for a while.
I'm going to play the video I'm done here.
Hey, Dijon, I don't even know how I got in the box, but I just want to commend you guys. I've learned a lot. I left Jamaica like 20 years ago, but Jamaica is my home.
Yes.
And I'm hoping to come back one day to live. So I know the JLP government is good for Jamaica. I've lived through that 18 and a half years, and I've seen that. So
yes,
I just want to say keep up the good works.
Thank you.
And yeah.
Thank you, Julia.
Yeah, you just say the one hear the video, right?
Yeah, man, if you can play it to be good, man. I don't know if DUJON will permit it, but it's really
before you go, Cuban boss, let me just explain the people. That is Sigrid Street. That is Sigrid Street, and that is in the dry periods. You know, that you guys are looking on. That is a part of Sigrid Street, and that is in the dry season. Go ahead, Cuban boss.
Across the island, we are talking about St. Thomas. St. Thomas, me they talk about. First, Mr. Margolin, what is your agenda with St. Thomas?
this, you know.
What you have in store for St. Thomas? What can you do to outdo the GLP for what they are doing now in St. Thomas? The St. Thomas urban center where GLP administration take on and where them there now with few more months of completion. Mr. Mark Golding, sir, what you have in the pipeline to outdo that, pre-adventure, you win. Because if you're not going to fix up the stadium up at Port Morant and Upper Morant acquire the land up there and build one zoo and one water park and one water slide, there is no way PMP can outdo GLP in a St. Thomas. And bear in mind, me I talk about policies and development. I am a father of 3 children in the parish of St. Thomas. Me not talk about that dieted nothing. And the proper road infrastructure we get from Kingston to St. Thomas, irrespective of which party it was earmarked under, it accomplished under the GLP. And me can't be hypocrite. And everybody know that if me I go dead and me more, them I go kill me for call me tell the truth. While the Prime Minister maybe have some form of questionable characteristic in regards to our country finances and other politician, me I talk about St. Thomas. Mr. Golding, what you have in store for St. Thomas? What you have planned for St. Thomas? Pre-adventure, we should go out there and say we are give you a chance to be our next Prime Minister. Talk to the people them at Jamaica, but talk to the people them at St. Thomas, because may I tell you, when we sit down and look on the mega structure that has been erected over good year, we fly out and go to 4 months over so, and when we come back, Virgin pick up an airport and me drive the car come up. And me turn off and go to my yard. Me have my case come back out the road. To come look.
It's long anyway. I'm going to pause it and we'll talk and then go again.
Yeah, do that, man. I want to jump in because we can't make the thing that we say about the Prime Minister finance question.
You don't do it for that, darling. If you skip over that,
I'm going to have to pay that mind because him is a comrade. I remember that's the comrade message.
That is the problem we have.
No, man.
Hold on, chops. Morning again. Morning, Mr. Francis. Morning. I agree with Mr. Francis. We have to understand the subliminal messages that they are sending. Yes, you big up the works, but guess what? You are trying to kill the captain.
We have.
You are trying to kill the captain.
95%.
No, Travi, we have to focus on the positive. Me and Chopper on the same. Place.
Chopper.
Listen,
what he said isn't factual.
Let me get 1 minute.
Don't make speak over each other.
Moderator, yeah, make we not speak over each other. Let me just say one thing.
Let me just say this, Dorland, yeah? I am with Chopper on this. This person is a comrade, and most times...
Kill it. Let me speak to the point. Because, look, you guys, we have to start understanding politics. We have to start understanding propaganda. We have to start understanding, say, the best performance will get kicked to the curb with propaganda. One little speck of shit into a pail of milk can contaminate the pail of milk. You understand? And we have to speak to these things, and we have to understand the threats they pose. And we can't, although the man just mentioned it in passing, we can't make it stand.
No, and if to skip over it is silence, and silence is actually consent.
No, but Travi and Dorland, 1 minute. We are not letting it skip over. The fact is, we know
I find that a lot of people.
1 minute, Dorland.
Say we know. What about the person who sits on the line?
Yeah, but Travi, but now is not the time to talk about that part of it. This is a comrade who is asking Mark Golding some relevant questions, and a comrade who also believe in the propaganda where the PNP put out about the Prime Minister. So that is the relevance of the video. That is the relevance of what we are listening to. Although this person yeah, is a comrade who has bought into the propaganda and the smear campaign against the Prime Minister, which we all can debunk. Where he must say, the fact is, he's pointing to the good works and when he accomplish under the Jamaica Labour Party, and he's asking Mark Golding some relevant questions.
Kiwi, this man is he's seen the light. We understand that. We seen the light, and thank God for that.
But if
the point is the subliminal message and the propaganda of illicit enrichment and these
dangerous.
But darling, it is not subliminal. And it is not subliminal. It is where the people are put to them people, and we are well aware of this. It is not a subliminal. The man is saying exactly what he has been fed, right? And I will say this to you guys: when you feed people shit,
believe it.
Yeah, but Bridget, he's my comrade. He's my comrade. But guess what? When them a feed him own eyes not deceive him, and he's smart enough to know be asking the correct questions, and that is where the start is. Where we now are gonna say to him, say, sir, look, you see it for yourself. Okay, this is what them say the Prime Minister do. Look. But you use your eye to be asking relevant questions now, and still you must look into the facts. What they were saying about the Prime Minister and questioning it.
Sir Dolan, we're not going to stay on this snippet alone. We have the rest of the video to go through, right? So we don't agree with that part. We put that on the record, and we're gonna move forward with the rest of the video.
Me not agree with that part, but
right, and it's on record. It's on record that we don't agree with that because it's not true. We're moving on.
All right, let me say something. Let me say something before we start the video.
Wicked.
Hold on. Just give me a minute. Let me say something before we start the video. I don't really want to go back over it. Him never say, the Prime Minister him say, although them say that's a allegation. So let me play it. Go further.
That is what he said, Cuban.
Yeah, that is what him say. Never say the Prime Minister. Him say, although them say. You want me to play it back home and hear it?
No, man, it's okay.
Now we have to listen. Listen.
Move forward.
So, Mr. Golding, what you have in store for St. Thomas, what you have planned for St. Thomas, because I can't just want to get rid of a man because a man pull up in pocket, because politics is all about nepotism and cronyism. From day one, that always been politics. Everybody look out for their friends and their family, so that can't be. You understand? We say boy because had that. You understand? What's your plan for St. Thomas? What you plan to do if the people they vote you in? What you plan to do? The me tell me about Jamaica and St. Thomas, me talk about me yard. You understand? Because right now, Mr. JUTC bus start run at St. Thomas. And my God, and the joy is feeling as if some of the pells the people them have. Rode out the park yesterday, sign up to get your card. Today at the Marine police station. We have good road. I'm not a JLP. I'm not even a PMP at the moment neither. You understand? Whenever time you see anybody come with a good proposal for the continuous development of St. Thomas. You understand? We need to put our St. Thomas attraction on the map. The tourism long so they don't want the people them know about St. Thomas. And we hot water around a bad fountain. We hear it from good source, high source. Because if them know that St. Thomas have natural resources, hot water we are run out of rock without being eaten by nothing at all. Everybody want to come to St. Thomas. Because then we come and made that attraction that they have belongs to the National Sea where we have sea away out of License Beach. We want to know what MP have in store for St. Thomas. If them are going to fix up the stadium up at Port Moran. If them are going to build one water park and build one zoo for continuous development of St. Thomas. Otherwise, me not see PMP good for St. Thomas. You You understand? To be honest, me no see it. Them have come with something and not just promise. But good tangible proposal where we can sit down and look through. I'm a businessman. I travel the whole entire Jamaica, every parish. We are talking about development and infrastructure. Good proposal. That's the kids them can prosper from it. Me not just think about dieted. Then something gone. It's when your parents and when they are look and it's when over this over the urban center, walk up. The attraction the center must have. Different people from different parishes that come work. All the houses them in the vicinity are going to rent out. Because you know, so when time a big business place, some people are come from far and them are going to need places to rent.
Business.
I bet you know people are going to rent all their house and go catch up with their family because things are going vibrant. I can tell you, just like when a good construction site start in any facility or vicinity rather, the facility where people them living at, them rent it out and go catch up with one another and know so them collect them money a month time. When over the urban center walk up, a whole heap of people in the nearby community, them are going to rent out their house for good money and catch up with their family and know so boy rent and everything and pay and bills can pay. Tina, explain to me and to St. Thomas people. Ask the boss, Mr. Mark Golin. Make this reach to the Mark Golin administration. May I ask your answer with St. Thomas? What plans you have with St. Thomas and Mark Golin? Because if you can outdo or plan to outdo what has been done in St. Thomas, might as well stay. Let me say you go swap black dog for monkey. And then we go say if we didn't know.
Why let's see you.
I mean I put this out there. Whether I live to see next 10 years or not, this will be on the media. And we all can see. You understand? I'm not a dieted nothing. Whenever you have children and think about the future of your children and the future development of your children and the growth of your community and your parish, you can't have no dieted none. No means you ever go switch up or none. You understand? But if it is not right to facilitate the development and growth, you just leave out it. But right now, me I don't know politics, I don't know nothing. No, me understand, me I don't know orange, me I don't know green. Me I look for you understand, politics, we set policies. That's what me there. And when the right policies come to benefit St. Thomas people them, and that's what me there. Me a businessman. We want development and growth in our parish like other parishes have. You understand? And for the crime plan settings, reinstate Renita Adams, Mr. Margolin. If at that, you understand? If you reinstate Renita Adams, 90% of the crime plan in a Jamaica will work. Because when them and they go for operation, the police now know where them are go. So them can't text them friend and call them friend.
Here we go.
Talks about them go for operation. And all of a sudden they see them crowd you on the back.
What's the one done though?
They call and a text and everything, so the driver just stop the black side vehicle and go there and grab the crowd the phone. And inform him, friend them. Say them come read them, all of the message and everything them in the phone. It a late that when Renita Adams a go pan read. Nobody even know them a go. The phone now go. Me don't know. That's my word this.
This is my
We all know say comrade people mad. When we say that, we don't know. Cause talking about Renita Adams about 90 years of age, you know. When him can't fight no crime, him can't run down my young boy. We have to go down police.
I may just say this real quick. And
but at the end of the day, that part of the video not important. Are the audio not important?
I could have edited the video, and I could have. Matter of fact, I attempted to. I said I was going to edit the video, remove that section, the same section that I 100% knew that most labor rights would jump onto, and there's a section that speaks to the negative of our Prime Minister and the lie. But I didn't remove. I said, no, let the raw video play out, because that is context. That is how you play these things out. No, I want to make a correction, because I said that the gentleman was a comrade. I don't have any evidence to support that. It is somebody who I've spoken to before. It's a
no, me and him go school together. No man, me and him go school together.
Okay.
Me and him go school together.
All right.
And is he a comrade?
Me see him in him family. Me know him parents. Him family them is a PMP. Them come from a PMP family.
He said that before in other videos, but you see, I didn't want to use this medium to broadcast it.
He was a contractor, you know. Him the houses and something.
Yeah, man. He's a good construction guy and very, very flamboyant. Him and our guy there from Clarendon always got it in them construction thing. Good brethren and brethren. But when I hear it coming from him, knowing I've followed him over the years, and I would have listened to his commentary, and I know from history that he was never pro JLP, right? He was very critical of the Jamaica Labour Party, and has been. But when I hear him now as being somebody who has always been critical, can find it within himself to really highlight the positive that he saw. And when I talk about St. Thomas in particular, I had to share it. You understand? And I appreciate the brethren for playing it. But I agree with you.
You see, look at you're at the powerful testimony that gentleman is giving.
Yes.
And we just come out of a by-election with the people and vote about the PNP
yes. Yes. Yes.
So we have to deal with that reality.
Yes.
We have a whole heap of people in Jamaica, who understand that the JLP is good for Jamaica, No people used to support PNP, right? But then in politics, it's about the majority. It's a plurality of the vote that dictates the thing. And right now, you have some people, some lazy ass people, we don't want to do nothing. They're not going too hard. Nothing they want to go hard, go get it. They're getting stipend when they come for training, and they don't want to go feed. They just want to live them life as them please.
Yeah.
They don't want a structured life. And these people are people who are willing and able to support PNC. You understand? And they fall into the crap that is being perpetrated. And we have to shut it down at every stage. The PNP,
but here's my issue I have. Here's a little issue I have.
Chopper, 1 minute. May I have 2 questions. I may ask you and Dorlan and the panel. And then me I go lock my mic because me I start get ready for me day. But will you, Dorlan and Chopper and everybody else agree and accept that the PNP has somewhat been very successful in smearing the Prime Minister's reputation and character?
Not somewhat, extremely successful.
Of course.
But why are they successful?
Okay, so we can't be up in arms when a comrade or a person who is proclaiming to be independent now saying that what them see, because the campaign out there. So we can tear down what the man say and just believe at that point. Because we know that the PNP is actively doing this.
But Kiss, you know my problem. Let me say one thing, Chopper. Hold on the Chopper. Dorlan, my problem is this man sound like he's very sensible. Enough sound like a dunce, right? And if a person who can analyze things for himself, right? And read some report and come to a decision and still believe it is a problem.
No.
Although it's no. Chopper.
No, go ahead.
All right. Hold on. So the last report that was read, the last one, the very last one that was done, and when the commentators break it down, a 4-year-old can know that there was a lot of lies in there. Why should a person who is educated still believe?
All right,
That is my problem.
Let me tell you why.
Can I really just say on this, please?
Just support Bridget. That's to support Bridget. Just one point here. If you were watching the press conference given by Minister Dixon,
Hello?
and hear the question from the journalist,
Who's an intelligent person?
if a prime minister that is so tainted,
Yeah.
if he can lead, coming from a journalist, somebody who's supposed to have sense,
If a journalist can ask that question, why a common citizen won't believe
and
it?
she,
Wait, that
anyway,
is a
we know
problem,
the journalist is playing into the game plan. Them is part of the problem. They're playing into the game plan, but them is asking, and this is how they want the Jamaica people to think.
But Darlan, if I may add, the biggest threat and the biggest cause for persons to buy into the narrative out there is not because the PNP is repeating it, it's because labor rights highlight it. Labor rights are the biggest peddler of the negative against the Jamaica Labour Party, not PNP.
Chopper, 100% agree with you. You know why?
Me not take that back.
This morning, Dujan bring up a topic talking about corruption where happened at the PNP council along Westmoreland. And one labor right choose to come on the program, come talk about $3 trillion. When that was already debunked and cleared by our minister in front of Jamaica.
Precisely.
Right? It was cleared. Why do we want to go back to talk about a PNP propaganda? When it done clear, the only way we're supposed to talk about it is to repeat what the minister said, the facts. So from we now repeat the facts, we are doing the PNP's bidding. I'm tired to say to Labour Party supporters. I'm tired of it.
To add to that,
That is true, Kizzy. That I will agree with.
Several WhatsApp group with so-called labor rights who spend the entire day repeating what PNP are repeating at the public space. Trust and believe. So don't believe that PNP is our problem. PNP has never been our problem. In the 1990s, PNP was dismal in how they run this country. And they still won election. Why? Not because they were good at governance. They won because labor rights assisted them. I'm gonna take that back to my grave. But we carry that. And just a while ago, prove that what I'm saying is gospel. We played a video where 95% of it was positive to the GLP, and we pick out the 5% negative to dwell on. Listen, man, we need to get we act together if we are labor right. All hands on deck. One language if we speak.
Chopper, you cannot say we pick out the 5% negative. We pointed out something that I felt was uncomfortable to me about my prime minister. Me now gonna make him talk the good things and the one thing, cause the one thing they can cover the whole thing. So me no agree with him say about it. So I had a problem with it. You understand me? But me understand what the man saying. Me have a problem with what he said. I don't like that, and me point it out. So, me not like the part then I'm in argument. But
morning again. Hold on, Bridget. Morning again. Chop, you're right in your pronouncement, but you're also off with regards to what happened just now. Because what happened just now was a part of their game plan. They're clothing lies with a barrage of truth, and if we allow it, then they'll continue to be successful. No, again, you are right for us not to prolong and push and continue on the argument. You're right in that regard. But I don't think you're right to just look past the lie that they clothe in the truth. Right? One bad apple can spoil a whole bunch. So while the bunch is good, they have inserted that one bad apple in there, and we have to get rid of it, otherwise the rest of the bunch are just spoiled.
And what he said, Trevor, was a blatant lie.
Hold on. I believe you and others who see it that way or miss the point where me and Chopper
We're not missing the point.
No, look here. Alright,
you can't tell me the point when I'm saying move on.
Watch the video. We all watch the video.
Bridget,
We all watch the video, but here we are Here we are discussing a negative point.
No.
Kizzy. Here's why I didn't make the point.
We're not missing the point.
Point out the wrong.
No, we're not
move
missing the
on.
point.
That's what me I'm saying. I'm not saying to dwell on it. And if you listen Chop's argument, we dwell on the negative and push it out and big it up. And inadvertently, that's what we're doing. I pointed out what is wrong and say it's on record. Let's move on and keep on from the positive.
Travis, let me make a point here. If me no make no more point, let me make that one here. Believing that by ignoring the propaganda, the PNP will make it go away is wrong. It's the wrong strategy. That you have to confront it and conquer it.
I agree with you, Darlan. Ignoring is not an option. Not an option. But dwelling is certainly not the way to go.
Yes, Chopper.
That's my point, Chopper. That's why I'm saying
Make a point.
Let's move.
Me can make one quick point. May I listen to him from morning, right?
Maybe jump out for a minute, panel, but I have an emergency here. Nobody not think I vex me vex, alright? But make a jump off for a minute or two, yeah?
Alright, Bridget.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So what for them objective really is, right? With them propaganda is also to set the narrative. So the IC one we sit down on the veranda the whole of the season, Christmas season. See, a massage and analyze the whole thing what they send out. They no business as long as we are talking about for them thing. But as Dorlan and Chopper say, I may agree, we have to attack it early and done with it quick. That's what me believe. Because if we continue to talk about it, then go win in a point. So then set the narrative and we carry it for a month. And examples. When my man under citizenship issue, big time, him send out people to come talk about fine oil. See? And I saw them use them think there's distraction. See? Set narrative to kill him. You get me? So, me agree. We have to talk about it quick, chop off it quick, and go back to everything.
Hear your point.
And maybe with that, that's why I had this view, or I still have this view with regards to the last report. This is Estate Bridge, need to make a video, put out the truth, show the property, and we move. Just show them to be a liar and move on. Just like, let me show you the perfect example. When Ian Hales talk about the board, didn't know the board make one speech and that die right there. Have we heard Ian Hales' voice continue about the board not knowing? Put out the truth.
No, my friend. You have to understand. You have to understand the culture of the people you're working with. You understand? The PNP have a whole heap of sympathizers out there. The crooked PNP have a whole heap of crooked people who sympathize with them.
True that, Darlan.
Our burden is much heavier for bear, right? And what we have to do, and I wish somebody would speak to it, because I've been saying it all along. The PNP have two strategies them use. When they are in government, them use the organs of the state, them use state resources, them use the police, them use the soldier to make sure them stay in power. Them don't do nothing for the country. Them don't develop the country. Them just use those things and stay in power. When they are in opposition, they use the allegation of corruption. And we need to speak to this statics. We need to make them know so we know what we want to do. And usually when you talk to people like that and make them know, you know what they are doing. They don't do it. And they might back off. That is the way to do it. They use the strategy of corruption allegation. And they have used it successfully. And we need to put a stop to it. This is what they come in. And the sad thing here now is that they have cornered the IC. Them have the IC in them corner. And the IC is doing their bidding. And it is very dangerous. Me I tell you now. Me live through enough storm. And me know danger when me see it. I want to know. Andrew is one of the most popular is the most beloved prime minister in Jamaica. And look how him polling. Look at his polling. Polling might be bogus, but the shine come off of the man. He might lose him shine. And why might lose him shine? Because of the strategy of the PNP.
What lose shine, darling?
Andrew.
Where?
Look, man, whether you believe the polling yes or no.
Listen, the PNP has, and that is the problem. I tell you already, darling. That is our biggest problem. We are pulled in an we're buying into the PNP's narrative. Even a PNP can come out and tell you, said it. Even a PNP, well, let me not even, I don't want to even call the guy a PNP. But even persons who sympathize with the PNP can come out and say to you that the PNP has not and cannot outdo what the JLP has done.
Yeah, we hear that.
It is not the PNP that is hurting us.
But
whatever shine, to borrow your words, whatever shine that Andrew might lose off or whatever ball him lose it off of, is not because the PNP has been good at what they do or what they say or them propaganda machine. No, it is because labor rights.
I don't believe
labor rights refuse to follow through and promote the party's achievement. We are hell bent.
No, Chopper. No, Chopper. I believe the promotion arm of the party is doing a good job.
But we are undermining it every time we spend 5 minutes.
Every Jamaican know what Every Jamaican know what the government has been doing.
5 minutes to talk about the PNP negative and talk about JLP losing shine off a ball. It's giving credence to the PNP and the
No.
These are not words. Hold on, darling. These are not words that should ever come from the mouth of any labor right at any level, at any time. Well, if you have it in your mind, think it in your bedroom, think it in your bathroom. When we get out for the back, our job is to highlight what the party and what the JLP has achieved, with no other government has ever achieved. Yes, sir. Yes.
What is the polling like out there?
I don't give a fuck about poll. I do not care one iota about a fake poll that the PNP pay for.
No. What about the blue dot? What about the blue dot polls? What about the blue dot polls? What about the blue dot polls?
Sir, blue dot polls can be bought also.
Calm down.
Darling, blue dot. Listen to me carefully. And I'm not talking about the pollster now. I'm talking about the persons who are polled. In the case of blue dot, I'm not talking about the pollster being bought. I'm talking about the process and the persons who are being polled. I don't give a damn about what Don Anderson wants to say. Don Anderson poll is bought and paid for by the PNP. And when you hear labor rights come out about poll, you know I hear it. Go up on the ground, go spread the gospel according to the JLP. If more of us were doing that, the persons on the ground in St. Thomas would be aware of the work that is being done in St. Thomas. If more labor rights did go up on the ground in a St. Thomas, go knock on door and point people to the urban center and point people to the road, they would have answered the question correctly. It is labor rights who is our problem, not PNP. And I will go to my grave with that.
All right, let me say something now. Hold on.
1 minute, Chavi. Please, Chavi. Please, may I beg you, Chavi. May I beg your feet? Come did I listen? Me go no time. I will say this. Me 100% support what Chapa said and in agreement. And Dorlan, you know you disappoint a lot of people right now because that shouldn't come out of your mouth. Facts. The truth is, and you just come now and prove what we are saying. Why should we be upset? Why should we as labor rights who know the facts, who know the truth, who know that there's an active smear campaign against the Prime Minister, come out now on any public platform and say the Prime Minister lose shine? And then upset when a comrade or a person who is a regular citizen in a society who speak to what him say and then asking relevant questions also and say, yeah, it no matter if the Prime Minister full in pocket, right? We can't be upset with the man. We cannot be upset with that point, and so we are going to call it out when we sell.
In 1989, did they say Edward Siaga was stealing and thief money and could find saying a member where he put it? You remember that saying? Who remember that?
Borrowing money, they allege that he borrowed money and never. But what I'm saying, and listen, folks, I don't want nobody to misinterpret my tone for being upset. Me not upset. Darlan, I'm a party for years. You don't know, so me and Darlan up on the back of the field for decades, if so much. But I have to point it out. Our problem is not the PNP, especially when it comes to public opinion. It is not the PNP our problem. PNP don't have no message. PNP can't tell nobody what they're going to do. The very man up at St. Thomas say, what PNP can do. PNP can't tell him nothing. We have been telling people we are doing it, but not enough of us.
Hold on. 1989.
Drop out. Come in.
Hold on, more respond to it.
I wanted to respond to Kizzy and Trapper.
Hold on, Mr. Francis. Mr. Francis, hold on, because I've been trying to say something. And I want to add to what. I want to ask you a question, given that you're there. Do you know how many times per year Blue Dot does polling?
I don't know. I can't answer that question.
It's public information, twice per year. Do you know the time of year that they do polling?
I don't know. But the thing is,
public. Hold on,
my friend.
Wait, man.
Wait.
Let me make the point. Hold on, let me make the point, Mr. Francis.
Let me make a point.
Hold on, man. Let me make a point. No, you're gonna make a new point when you don't respond to what you said before. You're making a new point when I haven't responded.
No. I'm talking about.
Hold on, man.
A lot of people.
Hold on, man.
A lot of people see.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, Mr. Francis. No, it is public information. They do poll 2 times a year, and the time of year that they do poll is very known information. I want to also inform you that while you don't know, the PMP know this to a T. You know why they know it to a T? The poll is one of their strategies. So while they're paying for one poll over the other side, what they will do is sit up and line wait for the pollster, and like Chap said, not the pollster, but the person's conducting the poll in the field. You don't know where their heart is, right? And let me tell you something. Don't think PMP operation is a little thing that is just, they just wake up and then do it if them feel like. Then they're on the job 24/7s.
Anyway,
so all the smoke and mirror we say it's not by coincidence, it is by design.
The point I'm making, folks, because maybe make it quite clear. Let me make it quite clear. Me a Labour, right? Me want Labour Party to win. Andrew my leader. Me help get him elected as leader. And we fight to keep him as leader. But I am an analyst. I go around and listen to people. I visit a lot of these sites. I hear the comments that are being made. And not responding to them. Now I go make them go away. When people used to call my leader Bloggaz, and it's like I'm afraid to call him Bloggaz now. Like him and no Bloggaz no more. What we must do? We must say, all right, we must feel good about that.
Who says that is true, Darlan? On the platform, on the largest JLP platform, on the largest JLP platform, which is conference, right? More than one speakers refer to the Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness as one Bloggaz, one JLP, one Bloggaz. So where you get that from? So people afraid to refer to him as Bloggaz? No, Darlan, the biggest problem is those persons who are nestled in WhatsApp group and are undermine the GLP. It is not PNP doing it. PNP not the message. PNP performance.
Chopper.
Yes.
It is not. I know Labourites. Many Labourites. So, well, I don't know if the Labourites are feeling that way. When we talk about it is the broader community.
You don't know. Darlan, if more Labourites did go up at St. Thomas, if Labourites who know the political work did know what they need to do when poll time come. Them get on the ground. Why it is that you will never in your lifetime or your kids' lifetime get one negative poll about MP Hero Clark in Central St. James? Why you won't get it? Why you won't get it? Why? You ever think about it? You think there is not enough negative to spread amongst the 63 constituency? But why when them a dish it out and can't share none down there? You ever ask yourself that question? Because you have generals that stand up in the street and make sure so that the plate they turn over before it is delivered.
Chopper.
Anyway, folks.
Hello. 1 minute, Dorland. 1 minute. May I beg you? Yeah? We all agree that the PNP has been doing in the last 3 years since Mark Golding become leader of the PNP. They have been doing nothing but a smear campaign. Matter of fact, since 2016, remember they started with the Prime Minister's house. Yeah? And it is a never-ending ride. So, when you have people in the society who believe that these things are true, or there is some truth to it, remember Jamaica is popular for saying, one no go so, nearly go so. That's how Jamaicans live and die by these saying, right? And for a long time, we had a party. We had a party that was sitting. Yeah, but do you know that way I say? No need to understand the point. The fact of the matter is, we all acknowledge that the PNP smear campaign has taken effect and root. Remember, not everybody follow politics daily like a lot of us here do. So it has taken root among the people. But when we see one person come out now and he's saying, yes, when you said this and that about him, whether I believe it or not, the man never completely saying believe it, you know. He said that is the conversation out there. But he's seen with his own eyes what is being done, right? We all aware, this man in DUJON, me hear you say, labor rights now share the good works, labor rights now support. So this is the issue. This is the issue. We follow up the negative. Me see one boy rude to me soulness what they from video, you know. And when me look, people send it to me. And when me look, a pay labor right, a cussing man a complain. And when me look on that boy video them, the boy not have 100 view pan no video. Under one video there, I go how much is 1,000. You hear what the boy do one next video I say? How much good video he do? And he never get no highlight. But the one video he do a cuss politician, he get highlight because people gravitate too much to negative. The video in itself was a lot of positive. And Chopper is 100% correct. And me not agree with nobody we are going to talk about Andrew Wallace Shine.
Me not agree with that either. Me can't agree with that. No, me not believe.
That was the headline. That was the headline of a newspaper article, you know. So you think I agree with it? So I don't agree with it. But I have to speak to it. You can't ignore it.
Don't eat legs.
You have to speak to it. You have to figure out your Anyway, look, I have to go jump off. I want to say something. DUJON. We no man, no have to jump off, man. I have to make a call.
Yes, sir.
But me want to leave you with something. I want to leave everybody with something.
Yes, go ahead.
Look, the IC make them bid the other day if you try them last effort. You not hearing me?
Yeah, man, we are hearing you, Dorland.
Yeah, man, the IC make them bid to do the thing now. Now, let me tell you what is coming down the pike. Every year, you have the integrity score come out for the country, for countries. Right? It normally come out, I think January, February, or by March, it's going to come out. And I am betting my last dollar that it's going to show that corruption has increased in the country.
I doubt it.
Anyway, I am anticipating that they will do it. And what we need to know is find out who provide Transparency International with these scores. And because we can bet you and win, say Daniel Archer, one of them. People, my girl, Aglina, are one of them. And all the comrades are the ones who provide Transparency International with the perception that corruption is there in our country. People do it.
Hold on there. So Transparency International no go through and see if it is true or false.
Right here.
Hold on, Bridget. No, I want to say something to you, Chopper, Mr. Dola.
Let me finish your point.
Hold on, you're going to finish your point after this, but I just ask you a question. You know, come up in the 80s, right? All of this, you know, that's happened already. Was Edward Siaga doing a good job in 87? And did you guys think he would have lost that election? Go ahead, Mr. Dola.
I think the splitting of the party make we lose. They never beat us.
Somebody
Morning again, everybody. We can say something. Hello?
Dolan, unmute.
Uno take your answer one question.
Sorry about that.
Uno take your answer one question. Come on, guys.
Wait no, my mic was mute, man.
Land the point, Dolan. Land the point.
Yeah. The big thing coming down the pipe to buy into them narrative of corruption will be the corruption score coming out.
What if it is a positive score? What is a positive score when compared to last year?
Well, we stay silent.
What would you say?
We stay silent and we blood it.
No, you don't stay silent if it's a positive.
Well, yeah, okay, fine. If it's positive,
it.
No, yeah. The thing with me, the idea, that's why I wanted to present my ideas before. Because what I'm saying is that we will have to anticipate a negative score. If it come out negative, then we have to go on the attack of all the people who supply.
I am anticipating a positive score.
All right, Chopper, wait a man. What I'm saying is that if the thing come out negative, we have to prepare to call out people and ask them if they are one of the person who supply Transparency International score. We have to call out Trevor Monroe. We have to call out Daniel Archer. We have to call out all these people and find out they are the ones who provide Transparency International with the score. If it come out positive, it come out positive, then we don't ride with it, we don't run with it, we don't have to defend that. We are going to applaud it.
Amplify it, the same energy.
Yes.
Chopper, the corruption thing with Dorlan try to put, it's not widespread. And like them have several corruption in several ministries and so on. We don't have any. It's just
Bridget,
it's just a prime minister. They're hot. Me not hear them and say
Bridget, what people fail to remember is that part of the PNP strategy, and this is not today, this has been a part of the PNP's mechanism from day one. Dala know this too. The PNP always, in every election cycle, matter of fact, not just in election cycle, but it is a part of their DNA to attack the leader and the leadership of the JLP. That was their only tool during the 1990s. It was the only tool during the 1990s. And in 1989, it was a said tool that was used. But it's not just a tool. Listen, the PNP concoct a negative perception of the leadership. What they do with that negative perception? Because them can't sell it, you know. And they have never been successful in using it themselves. What they try to do is to wire up labor rights to use it among themselves. That has been the PNP's mantra. And that is the only time PNP propaganda reaps success, is when it is utilized, when it is
by labor rights.
When it is weaponized by labor rights. That's the only time PNP don't have a message.
Trapper.
Yes.
Me probably the bro before you.
The
two missing schools. The two missing schools.
Yeah.
The two missing schools. I never them the time there. The organs of propagating views were not like they are today.
True.
The two missing school allegation
was
not propagated by labor right.
True.
You understand? So don't take no comfort in belief here, and we are destroy ourselves. No, don't say that.
Labor rights run with negative news, Dorland.
Missing school allegation and rubbish. The 48 school will share a bill in 5 years. 5 years. And then come with, all I'm saying now, 2 schools are missing. Because 2 schools were not built. They plan to build 50, they build 48. And then comes the 2 missing. Yeah. And that alone, them use.
Chopper. Guys, I want to say something, yeah? On conference Sunday, yeah? The Integrity Commission sent out a post, right? And I remember when I come on my platforms, I said, listen, we will not engage it. We will not talk about it. Ignore it. And I observe it all the time. Anytime when anything go viral or amplified, the PNP put out the debate and Jamaica Labour Party
and Labour Party pick it up.
Run with it.
Hook, line and sinker.
I'm tired to say it.
True.
You know, for some my time, you see some PNP with their negative posts, lefty.
Step over it.
Lefty. No address them, no acknowledge them, lefty. There is enough positives. I have said it many times. Uno can't name no prime minister we corrupt more than PJ Patterson and Jamaica game 3 terms. So when the PNP is trying to paint our prime minister as corrupt currently, uno just listen to the chatter, and mostly Labourites take you up and that make it be a problem to them, because I know time here even Labourites talk about all the PM something not certified. You know why? Because we are the party, are the people who care about these things, and that's why they use it, and it resonate with us. So when Chopper say we are fight among ourselves sometimes, it's true. It's facts.
But then again, I want to ask a question, is Kizzy, Chopper and Dorland, when NIA and those people, Trevor Man, send those reports to transparency place or whatever them want name.
International.
Does transparency look at other positive news like where Fish is giving us and all those other international people? They don't?
No, because remember something.
They don't?
Bear in mind.
Just asking.
But bear in mind something, Bridget. Why it is that they won't? Because these are verifiable institutions that they are affiliated with. So in the process of gaining affiliation, for example, Jamaica Meter Portal and NIA, these are entities that are verified by Transparency International as being affiliate. How? Because remember, for them to get funding, for these institutions to get funding, or organizations to get funding in Jamaica, or to get, not in Jamaica, but to get funding globally, they have to fit a certain criteria. They have to meet a certain objective. They have to write a proposal that says Jamaica is a corrupt place, and we are part of.
But Chopper, how can that be?
They are going to point to things, and most of what they are pointing to are, remember the key word in all of this is perception. Perception is never, ever, ever reality. Perception is never reality. But these entities ply their wear on the basis of perception.
But Chopper, you remember the other day with the tweet that Christy did, right?
Yes.
Right, and they sent it to that other place. I remember. He sent it to a place.
Writers. They sent it to writers.
Writers.
Yes.
Right, and writers published it, and they retracted it because they did their investigation and saw it wasn't true.
It's not because they did their investigation. It's because the same Jamaica Labour Party that we're talking about, the JLP at the time, communications group, would have written to writers and says, hey, this information is inaccurate. A matter of fact.
Yes.
You run the risk of being libelous. You understand? Whenever you start to use your powers, for example, look at what the Prime Minister did a couple days ago with the nasty one draws RGR communication group. When they utter their mouth and talk nonsense about the PM and him wind up him lawyers and say, go and get these guys. But the Prime Minister, if the Prime Minister had that posture 2 years ago, a lot of the bleeding and a lot of the carrying on of the PNP would never stand. But because we have always taken the moral high ground, we allow them to get away with murder. Well, according in their own words, time come.
Anyway, Chopper.
Yeah, man.
Bridget.
Yes, Mr. Jordan.
With the transparency score, with the corruption score, it's a perception and no facts. But
Then that makes sense?
It don't make no sense to me. And then the thing is, it is the perception that is advanced by people within the country. So if people within the country is anti-government, them going to advance a negative perception. Right? And this is what we need. This is what we need. Anticipating the score come out. If it come out negative, then we have to jump on it. We have to deal with it, and we have to find out if Daniel Archer was one of them who supply Transparency International.
And if it come out positive, what do?
We don't lie the top chopper, man. That's all we don't say. That's all we don't say.
Negative. We have the negative track today. So everything is
and Kizzy.
But Chopper, don't the other day we come out with a positive ratings. Me not remember when Nesta was there.
Yes, it was a positive last year.
Yes.
But not last year, but this year.
Yeah. But this year, but I am anticipating it because it is part of them strategy to win election. To make the government look corrupt.
But I am anticipating. So maybe I go put a wage $1. I'm going to put 100,000 on the table.
Oh God! So
the ratings coming out of the ratings.
No man. No. The thing is, look, Chopper, if the score come out positive, we not no problem.
I think we're going to be on a positive because last year we did well, and I don't see anything major that happened that should really push us down.
No.
Because even if
we don't do not negative, as a matter of fact, we are increasing our accountability.
Yes.
Right? And we are being less corrupt.
Because all this stupidity about $3 trillion.
The thing is, when you can imagine that the PNP has corralled the Integrity Commission to do their bidding,
that is what I'm scared about.
But don't you think that companies, don't you think that organization, Darlan, let me tell you something, you're a powerful man, you know. And what I'm expecting from people like you is that you are going to now put pen to paper and you're going to write to Transparency International and you're going to highlight to Transparency International.
Exactly.
Right? That some of the entities that you are being fed your information from.
But remember we did that thing here, you know. We never get enough. We never get a big enough take up.
Chopper, will Transparency, whatever them name is, will they recognize a citizen like Dorlan, or they only look at Jam?
There's a thing they call poison pen. You never hear the people in the diaspora was using it the other day. Right? Where they were writing letters and them put all my name in a letter too. If we, enough of us, write to Transparency International and highlight the fact that we have a very prominent organization in Jamaica in the form of the Integrity Commission
or the NIA.
We have a lot of power and NIA. And if we can highlight how they have politicized these organizations, and if enough of us write to them, of course they will have no choice but to listen. But because we are just workers,
I don't listen to a lot of comrades. But you see Karen Cross and Natalie Stack and 411.
We try to start a petition against Monroe and NIA.
Oh gosh.
What we have to do, Darlan? I think we can try this. Let us write to Transparency International and highlight some of the things that we know are anomalies.
Somebody mute.
Yeah, I think we need to just write to them.
That is something we can do, but in the meantime, in anticipation of the report coming out, make we get ready for them. Make we get ready for
I will get ready with my bells to ring my bells when they come out.
Make we get ready for all of the people who I believe are the ones who provide Transparency International with the perception. Score.
Yeah, remember, Chairman was no longer
Chopper.
Yes, sir.
Chopper. All right. Anytime we are doing thing, we must always remember Aluna Samba, right?
Yes, sir.
We must always remember that because every organization out there, they placed somebody inside there.
They're civic group, but we load them up with PNP people.
Yes, we must always remember that.
They're called a civil society group, but we make sure that they're loaded with PNP people. Those are the words of Aluma Samba.
You know, maybe and Chopper, we have to go past that, you know, because it's a long time. Samba did that, and I think we, the labor rights, had enough time to correct some of those things. Are we correcting them?
All right. So there's a civic group out there now. How many are you aware that a labor right leaning individual started a civic group to counter some of what is happening? How many are you aware of it? Probably not a whole lot.
Right, because
we are
they not make it public.
Because we are suffering.
Because if they make it public and labor rights know about it,
we are suffering from an addiction to PNP propaganda.
No, man, if we know about it, Chopper, but if we don't know, what are we gonna do? We don't. If you don't highlight yourself, if you don't let us know that, listen, this is a group, but we are pro JLP. You know, tell a few people that persons
jump.
Tell a few.
Government will never tell us I'm a pro PNP.
Yeah, but it is well known. It is well known. Who don't know who don't know politics? It is well known, and I can't think for the life of me. Oh, a PMP person who run on a PMP ticket could hold a position like that. But hey, this is.
Do you think that Transparency International know that? Do you think that Transparency International know?
Well, it's the JLP and some persons in the JLP should make it be known.
You know. Do you think that
some lawyers or something should make it be known?
Hold on, Bridget.
Because if nobody don't tell them, Chopper, how are they going to know?
Bridget, do you think that Transparency International? Do you think that Transparency International is aware that a senior member of the Integrity Commission in Jamaica, right? Do you think that Transparency International is aware that a member of the Integrity Commission was a former senior advisor to the former leader and former finance minister of the
Wilmington?
Hold on a second. Allow me to finish the point, man. Just allow me to finish the point. I want to ask, because I see the people over on the For You page, a record. The comrades in particular. Are you of the view that Transparency International is aware that a senior member of the Integrity Commission is a former senior advisor to the leader, the past leader, the immediate past leader of the PNP and a minister of PNP government? Do you think Transparency International know that Trevor Monroe, who led the NIA, was a former card-carrying member of the PNP? You think Transparency International know that and turn a blind eye to it?
And I'm going to say, because labor rights are too laid back. You understand me? I heard Everett Wilmington raise that same question in Parliament about the guy being an advisor to Peter Phillips. And what the committee did. They did nothing, Chopper.
Well,
do
instead
nothing.
of talking, Bridget, what we need to do, those persons,
But Chopper, the persons
specifically,
who have the power, the persons, the committee that has the power.
committee not have
to
no more
act.
power
Hold on,
than
man.
me
Hold
and
on.
you.
Can make we drive this thing forward now. Chopper, may I ask you a question, please? Excuse me.
Yes.
So, is this open to ordinary citizens to write to
Every
them?
single Jackman Durham is a common citizen.
All right. Okay.
Hold on. A 7 letter me write to the Observer within the last 3-4 weeks.
Okay. So, can we get up a
means
template?
nobody.
Chopper, can we get up a template where the ordinary citizen can download and sign and send it in to them?
You need to write your opinion and provide the address. Yes.
Proper.
Yes, sir.
I think the arguments that Bridget is advancing is
Yes.
well reasoned.
Yes.
We as a party never understand the danger where Transparency International pose.
Who's the party?
But Mr. Dalan, but my point is we're here now. How do we drive this thing forward?
Yeah, no man, let me make my point. And we they know that the kind of mischief, not only mischief, the kind of danger where them pose. And we never respond to it. We need to do it now.
Dalan, you are that.
But this is why I'm saying.
Let me make my point, man. Give me a minute.
Got you, General. Got you. Yeah.
You need to organize the petition again. And make we promote it. Across the country. And make we see if we can get even 2,000 signature. And make Transparency International know that their agent in Jamaica one of the most corrupt organization in Jamaica. It was headed by Trapperman.
I could deal with the thing then, Mr. Dalan. I could drive this thing forward.
Yeah,
because that's what this is has to be. Yeah, point Chopper.
Chopper organize a petition already.
Yeah, point Chopper. May I appoint you. And you appoint Chopper. You see, this is the problem we have right here. This is the Hold on. Make I say something now, please. This is the issue we have. You know, we have big ideas, we have great ideas, but when it comes to pen to paper, when the tire hit the road, it's like what go on? Come. I could do it. Be serious.
I have a work on my plate, man.
So there it is. The whole of we have fully power.
I know him have the support 100%. Anyway, look, I see a guy made a comment in here, so me endorse something. Sometime endorse. No, if I highlight a problem, it don't mean me endorse it. If Mr.
No, man, Dalan a warrior, man.
If Mr. Danger come and make a leader, and I try to make the rest of the people around me see the danger. You know me endorse it.
Dalan a warrior in the street. No,
man, me endorse nothing. We are taking a Labour Party or the Labour Party leader. So don't get it wrong, my friend. If
you see how much people in the comment say them and give them signature. Mr. Dalan, no, I like that. When you come on here, you give your personal view, not on behalf of anybody. Do John have something to say? Go ahead, yes, sir.
So what may I say? We get the petition ready. We the bloggers can push you out.
That may I say we have to send it a road, man.
We get the sign, but what me really want to say still, me or Chopper say something about screen recording. So me just we know of a certain page, none of we don't know who own it, and that page coming out live, screen record we live them. And they are monetized. So me just make you know say anything on my voice, I claim that as my intellectual property and I will be striking your page. So any of me catching on my content by your page, I will be striking your page. Unfortunately. Go ahead, Mr. Dalan.
That goes to me as well.
Another thing, you see how they're reacting in the main page.
We were known to each other. If me see my content by a few page, then me have a problem. But the page when I talk about all of us, some of us know it, but nobody know who own it. And they are monetized, they make a lot of money and they record the whole life and put on them page. See?
Yeah. What I'm saying, you see how they're behaving in the Maypen Parish Council? Because they decide the PMP councillors decide that hey, the JLP mayor should resign, and even though the electoral office said no, it stands. You know what they said? They said they're taking it to court. That is how they hack. We don't hack that way. We just brush it aside and let it continue. You understand me? Because I'm sure if we acted when we realized that Trevor Monroe was the leader of that place, we probably would have gotten some result. But nobody, everybody just leave it up until the man is a dangerous man now. Is when you understand, when we just leave up certain things. We don't hack. Just like how you think PMP could be in power, and that guy who was a advisor to Andrew Holness beyond that IC, they get rid of him long time.
Miss Bridget, at the same thing, at the same point, I come up here for make Miss Bridget. At the same point, I come up here for make say, okay, we identify the issue. We identify the issue. Now let's take action now. See how much people in the comments say them will sign.
Yeah.
Them will sign. Let's do it. Let's hit the road. Let's hit the road.
Yeah, Bridget, if them ever go court, I would hope that my party would see it all the way to the Privy Council. Just drag it out, because
of course,
if the mean don't can't win,
but
then drag it out like how PNP drag out the traffic gura thing. And I know we don't know what really
I want to tell you, Roland, is them change the law in 2006 to facilitate themselves, you know, and see come bite them. Change the law.
But that's the thing, Miss Bridget. That's the thing. We can't even blame them for that though.
We can't.
Because if me sister me can take you for idiot, me I go take you for idiot. Me I go take you for idiot.
We can't blame the people.
You're a naughty man.
No, but the point. No, but this is the point I'm making, Mr. Darlan. Power corrupt.
I hear you, let me tell you something. One of the things that grieve my soul, and that I will grieve till I die, is when we change the detention law, the SOE law in Jamaica, so that we could lock up back PNP. You say, man, let me tell you, that was the greatest moment of my life, you know. Because
while we have Manly, they are called state of emergency and lock way from left to right.
You want to see them and raise them?
Of course.
While we have Manly, they are called state of emergency and lock way up.
We come in like say we are going to raid in our opposition.
Our church,
and we have to be always taking care of our and making sure that the opposition thing is safe. No, man, make it last.
Keep
it last. Crime would have been under control in Jamaica if the law would never changed.
Me say, PMP changed the law. A PMP changed the law in 2006 to facilitate them own self.